Hi. This is a PowerPoint over tackling employment skills with optimism and wit. What does that mean? Optimism and wit. Well, you'll see as we go throughout. I'm kind of using Ted Lasso here, as you see in his Believe statement, which he has in his TV series. Now, Ted Lasso is a television show, if you haven't seen it, that follows an American football coach who unexpectedly gets hired to coach a British soccer team, despite having any or little experience with the sport. This series is very notable. It has a lot of humor, a lot of optimism, and the development of its diverse cast of characters, which how they interact with each other is really important to the show. We'll look a little bit about how the career is in here, showing adaptability and learning. Ted Lasso embodies adaptability by embracing a new sport. Hey, culture, interesting, and workplace environment. We all have those. His willingness to learn from others and adapt to new challenges is a crucial skill in any career. Leadership and teamwork is another thing we learn from Ted. His leadership style, characterized by empathy, positivity, and encouragement, demonstrates effective team management and motivation strategies. It's crucial for leadership roles in any field. Resilience, positivity. This show definitely emphasizes the resilience in the face of setbacks and the importance of maintaining a positive outlook, a vital trait for career longevity and satisfaction. And fourth, it gives us communication and relationships. Its effective communication and building strong relationships are central themes, reflecting essential skills for career success in collaborative environments. Overall, Ted Lasso offers insights into the importance of soft skills, such as leadership, adaptability, interpersonal relations, which are increasingly recognized as vital for success in any career path. We have the knowledge and skills, but do we have this piece that we need to be employable or to keep employment? Believe isn't just a word, it's a mindset in the Ted Lasso series. In the world of Ted Lasso, it stands as a beacon, kind of like the Batman signal, reminding us that faith in ourselves and others can transform the improbable into the achievable. In careers, as on the soccer field, Believe challenges us to look beyond the immediate hurdles and envision success, empowering us to lead with courage. It inspires teamwork and persevere through challenges. It's not merely about achieving goals, but about creating a culture, an environment where dreams dare to take shape and where every setback is seen as a setup for comeback. Believe is the heart of resilience, the spirit of innovation, and the promise of growth. So what are essential functions? We're going to talk a little bit more. These are definitely the important tasks or activities that you need to do for something to work properly. How can it work properly? You need to have those essential functions. For example, let's just talk about a phone, more particularly a cell phone. That cell phone is very essential for making calls, sending texts, or taking pictures. Not that it doesn't have other functions to it, but these are the essential. Now, without these things, the phone wouldn't be very useful for most people because that is what we're usually using it for. We need to be useful and employable. Very important to mention some of these skills or make sure you know about these skills when going in for an interview or keeping a job or just talking with other colleagues. So what you need to know is that essential functions equals employability. The essential functions I'm going to talk about in this particular PowerPoint are the ones that are needed for health information professionals, okay? Critical thinking, computer and digital skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, physical considerations, dependable and flexible, and professional attitude. These 7 essential functions are very important to every health information professional and the careers that they choose. Well, actually, the roles that they choose as well. Critical thinking. This is where we abstract and analyze data, possibly, or documentation, assess information from all that that we analyzed and abstracted from, solve some problems, possibly, and we have to make some informed decisions. So we do that in abstracting with, like in vital coding information from multiple provider documentations. That's an essential aspect of the HIT and the medical coding profession. We have to understand organizational policies, accreditation standards, Joint Commission, and official coding guidelines, ICD-10, CPT coding, HCPCS, Medical coding professionals must be willing to read, study, understand, and apply coding guidelines related to their role. You've learned coding, but you're going to continually learn coding. There's going to be continually doing updates. So we'll always have to understand what those are and how to apply them in our coding and billing processes. Problem solving, that's issues related to data accuracy probably. Maybe data retrieval or information requests. That's a key role of the HIT and medical coding profession. We have to be attentive to detail. We've said this before in the program. In documenting and managing health information, that is crucial for maintaining data accuracy, compliance with regulations, and assisting patient care, assuring that the documentation actually is saying what the patient had done for them. You know, what did the provider do? What did the nurse do? Progress notes, operative notes. We have to make sure that all those details are attended to. So computer and digital skills. We need to be digital literate, okay? We know that, but I just really want to emphasize that this is something that we all need to understand. This is an essential function. This isn't a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a byproduct from what we do. We use this in just about every profession, every role in our world. Digital literacy, that's the ability and skill to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using information technologies and the internet. And we have to be adept at using various software applications such as the encoder and electronic health records. Those are very important things to understand. So technology proficiency has become increasingly important to the profession due to the electronic health record, encoders, and other healthcare technologies that we have. And the professional must have the ability to troubleshoot technical issues and communicate well with IT teams when needed. We have to be able to talk to our IT team. They are our support to us at all times. We don't know everything. We may know some of the how to use it, but we don't know how to fix it when the computer goes down. That's the IT department, and we have to be able to communicate that well to them. Communication skills. Here's where we have to be clear and concise. We have to be effective in how we speak in our oral and our written communication. This supports overall healthcare processes and patient care. We need to be able to communicate. Effective oral and written communication is essential for HIT and medical coding professionals, as they are a pivotal role in maintaining accurate patient records, facilitating information exchange within healthcare teams, and ensure compliance with regulations. Good communication ensures the quality and integrity of patient records, and it supports overall healthcare processes and patient care. We need to be definitely clear and concise. Communication for HIT and coding professionals is integrated in their roles with coworkers, managers, physicians, administrative officials, patients. HIT and medical coding professionals need to be able to articulate clearly in a variety of healthcare settings and with various healthcare stakeholders. Very important. This one is kind of interesting to me. The little note there with Ted Lasso where he says, "Boy, I love meeting people's moms. It's like reading an instruction manual as to why they're nuts." And it's not always why they're nuts. It's also why they're the way they are, why they act the way they are, why they do the work the way they do it. We have to have those interpersonal skills. They contribute to the success of HIT, but improve patient care and overall healthcare system operations. So there's a couple things that come from it. So we have to be active listeners. That's integral to our roles as HIT professionals. The professional must attentively listen, collaborate with healthcare providers, our colleagues, our coworkers, and patients to accurately document medical information. We have to have conflict resolution. That's very important to have. How we can be able to solve problems is kind of in there. That conflict resolution takes interpersonal skills. Confidentiality must be adhered to, especially in our HIPAA world, to protect sensitive patient information and follow it and the policy regulations. Upholding ethical standards in communication is essential. Essential. I think we've hit that hard and everybody talks about HIPAA. I think the whole world knows about HIPAA now, but that's very important. And time management. With effective workload priorities and deadlines, our basic skills for the professional, we have to be able to work our priorities, hit our deadlines, Turn up on time. Be attentive to your time and punctuality. Time management assists the professional copes with demands of their roles. Medical claim submissions are often held during the prospective auditing process. You don't want to hold up a claim. You don't want to hold up money. And it's important to know how to work efficiently to minimize hold time and limit the impact to the organization's revenue cycle. As coders, we're very important to the revenue cycle. Anytime we're in the revenue realm, we hold up monies, and they don't take kindly to that. So we do have to be careful and that's even kind to a patient and the organization. We like to get our bills on time. I know that for sure as well. And teamwork. Here's where we're going to build relationship. It's essential for us to work closely with a variety of individuals and teams within healthcare to ensure the efficient management of patient health information and data, working with the doctors or the providers or the physical therapists or the nurses. We work with a variety of people. So we have to build those relationships, and we have to make sure that there are positive relationships with them and get to know them. It's okay to find out if they're nuts. Learn a little bit of people skills at this time. Okay, physical considerations. Very important to to be healthy in how we do our jobs. Now that sounds weird. We're probably not all thinking about physical, but we talk about it when we're at our desks or when we're a long time in front of a computer. Even like with right now, I have blue light glasses on to help me with the computer light. I sit in front of a computer most time during the day, even with work and without work. So we primarily work there. We need to maintain good health and ergonomic practices. Those are crucial to our well-being and effectiveness. The manual dexterity for occasional handling of physical documents. Some people will still be handling physical documents, some. So we have to be ready for that. So we have to make sure we can do that. And mobility in your workplace accessibility, whether it's at home or at a workstation in your office. We need to be able to move around an office or a hospital or even in our rooms wherever we're doing our work so that we can do the work that we're supposed to. I noted again health records on here because some places still have a little bit of movement with health records. It's not all electronic. It's mostly electronic, but it's not all electronic. So some of the things we need to remember for ergonomics is that we spend a lot of time, again, like I mentioned, at computers, and it's important to keep posture and ergonomic practices to avoid strain and discomfort on our back, on our wrists, on my eyes. Manual dexterity is needed to occasionally handle any physical documents. So it's helpful when you're sorting, filing, or scanning documents. You have to be able to do that. We may be putting things into the electronic record. Mobility, that's going to be needed so you can, again, like I mentioned, so you can move around the office. You have to be able to be physical mobile within the workplace when necessary. So we can't do a lot of our work if we're not set up to do it well in our workstations. And we have to be dependable and flexible. Healthcare environments are dynamic. There's evolving technology all the time, software updates, all these things. We have to be flexible to these technological advances, let's say. So we have to contribute to the managing of healthcare data and information effectively. We also have to be mentally flexible, so not just physically, but mentally flexible. So adaptability is part of this. And that is adaptability to a changing set of priorities. Our priorities could change. The priorities could change in the organization, which means we'd have to change what we do in our job, and we have to adapt to it. Our job roles are constantly changing, and it's important not to be siloed into one role. You could be an outpatient coder, but then all of a sudden they may need inpatient coders in the organization. And so you may have to adapt to being an inpatient coder. You would have to learn more on how to do that role. You'd have to be dependable. This includes meeting your deadlines, such as coding and billing submissions. We have to get those done. We have to be dependable professionals, consistently meeting deadlines, ensuring accurate billing for timely reimbursement, in addition to ensuring a complete medical role for some of our HIT professionals. Some of us have to assure that that medical record is accurate and up to date. We have to be flexible. So to our changing roles or tasks, it's an active attribute of the HIT and medical coding professional. So flexibility is especially crucial when there is an inundation of patients, let's just say, a big census in a hospital, a lot of people are coming in, or your clinic is seeing more patients. COVID is a great example of this. We had a lot more patients coming in with COVID-type related situations. So we were inundated with a lot of coding and getting those patients taken care of and getting that record complete. So we have to make sure it's done. And then when we have low census or low things, we have to adapt to that too as well. So we are always adapting and being flexible to the census. We're flexible to a lot of things that we do in our job. So we'd have to work with data management and coordination and ensuring the continuity of care, especially for all this. We have to always make sure that our patients are getting the most up-to-date records and billing information so that they can be continued for care, say at a specialist, or to pay for their insurance needs. So we are always having to make sure that their care is taken care of, whether it's financially or physically. We kind of forget the financial part sometimes, so I think that's very important to always remember. I kind of talked a little bit about change, and here's a little snippet from Ted Lasso. Well, again, as you could tell, one of my favorites. He just makes my heart melt. And he says, most of the time, change is a good thing. Embrace change. Be brave. I've listened to a speaker recently who said you have to be brave for change. It's not for the weak of heart. And it could be a simple change that disrupts our lives in the work we do. So demonstrate at a high level in all interactions with your patients, your colleagues, your healthcare providers. I think I've mentioned that. That a professional attitude includes that you're punctual, that you get those projects done, that you're respectful. You have respectful communication. I know we push that a whole lot in this program, but respectful communication is very important. And a positive attitude is very important. Things can get us down. I know when I went to school, I was doing 40 to 50-hour work weeks. I was going to school full time, and I had family to take care of. I had to have a positive attitude to those whole things to get through a variety of lifetime moments, okay? So it's not only important for your individual success, it's also for maintaining and trust of the organization. It reflects a commitment to excellence and ethical conduct in the healthcare setting. We're doing what's right. We have to really do what's right, and I know that's very difficult when we have challenges in our lives, but you can do it. So we have to have that commitment to that professionalism. So stay cool and stay positive. That's all I could say. Be a Ted Lasso. So what are my final tips and takeaways? Well, integration of all these essential functions that we mentioned, the critical thinking, the dependability, the professional attitude, everything that you need to have to be an employable person and someone they will keep on the job and help advance you in your career. You have to be professional at all times, and this is just one of the ways that you have to do it, using your essential functions. So believe, which we mentioned at the beginning, believe that you can do this, believe in your career advancement, and become the best HIT professional you can be. Really quick, I know this is silly. Thank you for taking your time. I know this is an activity in the module, but thank you. I want to say good luck in your future career and goals now that you're finishing up the next couple weeks here in the program. Just enjoy whatever career you do. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to shoot me an email. As always, I'm here for you to support you. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being that professional throughout the program, and especially here in this last course that you've had. Have a great week. Oh, not great week. Have a great life. Have a great career. Talk to you later.